Hey, it's Coach Tom Ferry. Welcome to Life by Design, your place online for ideas, inspiration, and how to stay in the right action. As promised from last Wednesday's video, I'm going to do a two-part continuation on following up and setting more appointments. Now, what's the problem today? Customers today are concerned, they're nervous, they're uncertain about the future. Prices are going down, interest rates are going up. Should I buy now? Should I wait? Does any of this sound familiar? Does it sound like perhaps a few of the clients you're working with? Well, if that's the case, I want to give you 3 steps today and then a few more steps on Monday to really make sure you solidify the relationship, stay in touch, and ultimately win the game. So the first thing I want to tell you is you got to know your clients. And really, I want you to consider categorizing them as, are they certain about the future or uncertain about the future? And literally, that means you would write down Tom and Kathy Ferry, uncertain about the future. So I put that down there because every time I speak to them, I want to speak in their model of the world. I want to put myself in their shoes and stay in that deep level of rapport, that connection, that trust, if you will, that will ultimately allow them to be open to suggestions, recommendations like moving forward, buying a house, signing a contract, selling, etc. Unless you understand where they are emotionally, you'll have a hard time ever moving them forward. That's the first thing. Number 2, I want you to stay in their model of the world in terms of communication. Today, you get a cell phone and maybe, or an email and maybe a home phone number. I want you to start asking this question. What's the best way for me to follow up with you? Is it via text, email, calling, mail, or should I see you face to face? There's so many different ways to reach out today. I don't know about you, but I get way too many emails. If you get way too many emails, I'm finding myself shifting more towards text messages. So when I connect with someone and they say, hey, how could I best reach out to you? I say, send me a text. 140 characters or less, I like that a lot. Here's the deal. You're staying in digital rapport. Digital rapport. And by the way, if it was text message and you had 5 or 6 buyers, you could put them all in one file, send them all one text message saying, happy Monday, want you to know that I've been searching for properties for you aggressively over the weekend and I may have something you want to see. Send. And it goes to all 5 people. Yay! And they respond back because you know what? People are getting back to us faster on text than they are in email. But again, that's just me. Stay in their model of the world. Number 3 is to always remember your client's motivation. Let me give you 5 things I want you to write down. 5 things. Ready? Number 1, what's your goal? Like, what are you going to do? Do you want to buy? Do you want to sell? Right? Number 2, when do you want to get it done by? When do you want that to happen? Number 3, why that time frame? Boy, is that important today. We really want to buy a house. Tell me when we want to do it by, in the next 120 days, 3 months, 6 months. This is the one that should scare you. When we find the right house, when we find a deal, right? That should make you nervous. If you say to them, what's your time frame? When do you absolutely have to be in by? If they don't have a time frame, do you really have a client you want to be spending time with? You know how I feel about it. The 4th one is, what has to happen in order for you to move forward? What has to happen? What's your criteria or your decision-making process? How important is that conversation if I want to stay massively connected and ultimately know how to move that client forward? And then my all-time favorite, the last one, number 5, what's your plan B? I mean, if this doesn't work out, what's your plan B? If I can't help you find a deal, what's your plan B? If prices continue to drop and interest rates continue to climb, what's your plan B? All of this, my friend, will give you more information to stay in their level of rapport, right? How they want to communicate and ultimately go back to that certain or uncertainty so you understand where they're at emotionally. I hope this first part of the conversation helps you. If you're already doing all of that, good for you. If you're not, stop right now once this video is over and write down the 2 or 3 things you're going to add in to every conversation you have with a new lead. Remember, always your strategy matters, and now more than ever, your passion rules.